This is Random Urban Memories, brought to you by The Rum Boys. You've seen, heard, or felt it on the streets. Well, we're here to talk about it.
In 3, 2, 1.
And we are going live in 3, 2, 1. Yo.
What's up, bitches?
Hello, everybody.
We wanted to keep it without the beep, but David fucked it up again.
Well, we might have to buy some beeps. So, well, welcome back. You are listening to the Rum Boys.
Hi, everybody. So now we are trying also to do like the video, so you can see our ugly faces. But we'll see if it will work. If not, it's just like it will be again audio. We are trying to fix the audio since the last time. So first we'll go through a couple of things because selfie. So we are trying to do. So we were. We'll first go through the couple of things that we were going through in our top lives. Because obviously there was a. Instead of 1 week of between first and second podcast, we pushed it to like 3 months.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, then life happened.
Yeah, so there were a couple of things that kind of like slowed us down, but those were legitimate. We weren't just lazy. So first of all, my man Shane P got married.
I did.
No longer available for you ladies, but you know he wasn't available anyway. Be honest, in the next show, we're going to be like, David, get out.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So
don't let my wife hear this.
Thanks. So yeah, tell us about the wedding a bit, because like I haven't been to the wedding. I couldn't. Not that I couldn't, but I was just
you didn't want it. That shit cost money.
Oh, so I was in court. I was in court, so I couldn't.
No, it was good. 1st of October. Yeah. Gone through we're on the first month now. I guess we should celebrate the 1 month anniversary.
Go into Honolulu.
But yeah, exactly. Yeah, every month. No, it was good. It was a lovely day. Everything went by so fast. I completely underestimated when people actually tell you enjoy it while it lasts, because everything is so quick. You're like a politician, shaking hands, kissing babies, that kind of thing. You have 2 minutes with everybody.
Yeah.
You don't even get to see anybody. It's absolutely crazy. But it was a very enjoyable day. Everything went off without a hitch. Well, apart from us getting hitched. Pun. So no, it was good. It was good.
And everything was in go, like
everything was a ceremony. We had a humanist wedding.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
So minus God's opinion on our wedding. But then again, we had a child out of wedlock anyway. So if it was 20 years ago, that would be unacceptable. But
yeah.
I live life on the edge, man. I'm scandalous as fuck.
Wow. And that's why I do the podcast with you.
Exactly.
I'm like, who would be the biggest badass and go with it?
Yeah, exactly, man. Who has kids out of wedlock?
Yeah, I look through Facebook and I'm like, this guy.
That's him, man. That's him. He's
brilliant.
Bad to the bone. But yeah, it was nice. It was really good.
Getting used to the ring. It's like
I usually carry my bling on other fingers because my suits and everything. I have lots of suit bling, but not on this one. You know what I mean?
The player ring.
Yeah. So.
But no, because I know like my friends when they got married, they were like always kind of like, oh shit, like it's just such a, because like if you are not used to wearing rings, like everybody is like just like a strange feeling from the beginning.
It is.
And then you just get used to it, and you can't even take
it
off.
Yeah.
Because like. Yeah, my old boss, he said like I just can't take it off anymore. It's just like, stuck there.
They're genetically modified so that the way.
Yeah, you can't divorce it.
You can't get it off. Yeah. No, like at the moment, like I said, I only wear rings when I'm wearing suits or whatever, or to nice dinners and that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now it's still a little bit odd, yeah, because I never carried a ring on that finger, but I'll get used to it though.
Yeah, you'll get used to it. Yeah.
Better.
And then honeymoon.
Honeymoon plans have changed. We were going to do a cruise of some sorts next year, but we decided we're going to go on a longer holiday, maybe in September or something like that, like a US holiday, if we even get in. We'll find out in 7 days. And then maybe in 2 or 3 years' time, if kid number 2 comes along, that we'll go on a big cruise then, maybe something like the Caribbean cruise or something like that. Yeah.
Cool. So, like, you might go to America or China, as Trump says. Go to China!
Might have to.
Cool. Yeah. So for me, for me, what happened?
Yeah,
I
tell
had
me,
a graduation.
what happened in your life?
I
Congratulations,
graduated.
by the way.
Yeah, thanks.
So this is what, your 5th master now or something like that?
No, this is me like studying for 11 years. Like my grandma calls it, it's like never. It's a never-ending story, and like I'm a lifetime student.
Yeah.
So finally, have got a bachelor degree.
Nice.
After like being in like Slovakia, doing the.
So this is the grandmaster conclusion of
bachelor,
your story.
Of bachelor only.
That
So
you-
like that was this was the first step.
Yeah,
After
okay.
like the week of exams last year, so like last academic year,
Yeah.
I sat down in the living room, had a chat with the family, and we all agreed that it would be good if that David could do masters. So now I started masters also.
Okay.
So like since the last podcast, I think like the last podcast was before I actually started the college again.
Yeah.
So now doing masters in technology management. It has been super busy actually, much more busier than I thought it will be. You only have like three modules, but it's actually, I feel busier than when we had 5 modules per semester in
Probably more
bachelor.
intensive or something, is it?
Yeah, like you have to read a lot.
Yeah.
Like I'm not a huge reader. I don't like to read a lot, and I had to finish like one book within a month.
Oh, shit.
Which is like, I read a book and it takes me 3 years. I still read like, I'm reading Dan Brown Inferno for like 2 years now. And I'm still in like a third of the book. I didn't, like, I'm never gonna finish that book.
Yeah.
Never. I know it. I know it. You know it.
But the movie is coming out.
Yeah, that's not right. So every
Anytime
Dan Brown book that I start to read, I kind of like, I have a backup plan. I'm like, I'm going to watch it.
I'll wait 8 years until the movie comes out.
It's like the same with everything. Like, I read Dracula when I was like young, but it's a short story actually. It's not a big book, but I started to read it. I was like 12. I'm at home by myself. Started to read it, and for some reason I started to have like these attacks of like anxiety. It's like really like I started to feel cold in the room, and I was like this is so weird. It's just like you just start to think about vampires. Since then, since then, like if you would see me sleeping, like I always kind of like sleep that I'm covering my neck. Yeah, because I'm afraid of vampires. I'm not afraid of vampires, but like you just got used to covering yourself.
Because you always did it, now you always do it.
Yeah, so now you just got used to sleeping like that. So sorry. So that was my story with Inferno. Yeah, otherwise it was pretty good. Like the graduation went well very quickly. A lot of clapping. There was one guy I'll show you later. Actually, like we are doing videos. So like there was one guy that was kind of like walking up the stairs and like like they call your number. You take it. He was walking. He looked pretty like pissed off or like bored. Yeah. He was walking. I was like walking. Just the moment he approached the president and the president gave him the parchment, that guy looked like this. So shake my hand. on the picture for 1 second, boom, picture taken and walk back. That's awesome. Just like pissed off, just like, and then I saw him like taking pictures with his family around. Yeah. Same scenario. It's like they're like, okay, so we're taking pictures. Like this, like crazy. Oh man. Yeah, but otherwise, we went for dinner. Really good dinner. We were in Pike House Hotel. Nice. Very good. Super, like really, really good service. So obviously, like they seem to be like experts for graduations and all that.
Yeah, they cater.
So I think my son will go and have a graduation in Pike House Hotel, and his son will go and have a graduation in Pike House Hotel.
Will be continued.
And his son. So this is like a long time tradition. So we will do that. What's next? Oh yeah, because we were kind of like figuring out the audio. Shane got drunk one night, and he was like, came back, and he was like, he didn't have his mics and a mixer with him, and he was like, it was like 4 a.m. in the morning. I saw the texts in the morning around 11 only, but those texts were like, geez, I spoke to a lot of people. I don't know how many people, it must have been like 2, like 3.
It was
spoke to a lot of people in there, like, this video is shite. Sorry, the audio is shite. We need to fix this, and like, I'm going to buy a foam, or it's just like the foam.
Oh, like an isolation booth.
Yeah. And I'm like, all we need to fix is just like the configuration of mics. He's like, because otherwise it doesn't make sense to do podcasts. And I'm like, okay, well, fine. Right. Then I think that you realize that what you wrote.
Yeah, but
and then like 8 hours later, hey, I didn't mean it that way, but I'm just trying to fix it. I'm like, okay, well, yeah, fine.
I get it.
I got it. Like when I saw the time that you were sending, I'm like, it's fine. It's like, forgive me.
If I send you anything between 1:30 and 5:30 in the morning, so you can just assume that it's a drunken rant. If I send you that shit at 8 in the evening or something like that, then that's a rage attack. Then
it was like good 400 words per like each text, and there were like 4 texts. So you were you wrote like 2 A4 papers full of like.
But I write surprisingly well.
Yeah, that was
that time in the morning.
Grammar was on point. Everything was fine.
Well, yeah, that's really unusual.
I was happy that you didn't call me. I was like, oh, jeez, this will be like 10 minutes conversation.
Passive aggressive is easier to do on the phone.
Thanks.
No, but but we've done a little bit of messing around now, and we tested a little bit, and it seems to be all okay. For now, you'll hear it anyway.
Yeah, I think if the video will be working, then.
Should all be okay. I don't see why not.
Stars of YouTube.
Yeah.
And the last thing. Oh, yeah. So, my visit to cinema.
Yeah. Tell me. He literally only told me this 2 minutes before we started recording, because he was like, oh, let's need to chat about random shit that we did. Whatever. And then he came explain.
Yeah, but it was.
I didn't know what to make with that information.
It was my mom's birthday, right?
Yeah.
So, and Laura, my sister, is in Utrecht, in Netherlands. So I was like, what should I do? And Mom wanted to, like, Mom and Laura are really big fans of Bridget Jones. And their sister called me and she's like, well, maybe you should take Mom to cinema. I'm like, I'm not going to watch Bridget Jones. I know about the series, but I'm not a huge fan.
Yeah.
Until I saw the 3rd movie.
There's 3?
Like, this is the 3rd. This is like the new one. The newest one. Where she gets baby.
I didn't even know there was 3.
She gets baby. Spoiler alert. No, but it is called Bridget Jones' Baby. I watched that film.
Yeah.
So, we went to the cinema at like, I think it was like 3 in the afternoon, Saturday. So, not a lot of people, but whoever was there was female. It was just women and me.
Okay.
It was like the most, like, it's really, really funny movie. I didn't think that it would be so funny, but I was laughing my ass off. I was like the one person who was laughing the most in that one.
Yeah.
And like one surprising thing is when, like, when the guy was like helping somebody. Oh yeah, he was helping her out from the pool. Yeah. And he took his top off. All of the girls in the cinema said like, oh, everybody went like that. So we watched it, we came back, and I was like, okay, this was like really good. Like, I didn't think that it would be such a good movie.
Okay.
And I was talking to my friend, and I was like, have you ever seen Bridget Jones? She was like, no, well, I have seen the 2 before, but I haven't seen this one. And I was like, go and check it out. A week later, I'm like, have you seen the movie? No, nobody, like, none of my friends have time. I'm like, okay, well, let's just go. I'm like, I'll gladly watch it again. We went there.
Serious?
This time, the whole room was full.
Yeah.
Shane, like I've never seen in my life a cinema room or a hall that full. Like it was like there was literally no free space. We got in. We found 2 spaces. We sat down. This time it was full of women, and there were 3 guys. One of them was me.
Yeah.
Now I was sitting like next to like two elderly ladies. They were laughing their ass off, but I was laughing with them like all the time. Like my friend was sitting there, and she was afterwards. She told me, she's like, "Yeah, I thought that you haven't seen the movie. I thought that you have seen the movie. Why are you laughing so much?" I'm like, I have seen the movie, but it was still funny to me. And like, you know, like cinema effect is, you know, people start to laugh, you start to laugh.
It's better.
I was
exactly.
laughing, it was just like super funny. You know,
That's good.
I definitely recommend it to anybody.
Really? All right.
Anybody who haven't seen it, or like who thinks that it's not funny, go and watch it. Like,
Really? Okay.
really go and watch it.
And you didn't see one or two?
I haven't seen the one or two. Like I've seen a couple of scenes from the second one, but nothing that I will be like, oh wow.
Okay.
Or you don't even need to watch it. You know, like one or two to understand the third.
Okay.
But it's really funny.
Cool.
Really funny.
I'll keep that in mind then.
Yeah. What is our
I
next
can
one?
just tell you now, I watched the second Turtles movie. I'm somebody with an open mind. And for things like, I don't know, Transformers, I'm not a big, massive Star Wars fan or whatever, but the point is, you go see it because it's bombastic, it's big, it's a big spectacle, and I mean, it's fucking Michael Bay doing the Turtles. I mean, what do you expect is going to come out of it? But, wow, that was a really crap movie.
Yeah. Even the first one wasn't really good.
It wasn't. The first one had a great wow effect just because you saw the Turtles in real life after what, 24 years or whatever. But wow, that was a spectacularly bad movie. Don't go see it. That was really. I paid money for that.
Yeah.
I want it back from Michael Bay directly.
Yeah. Michael Bay.
Give me my money back. So yeah, that's my.
But have you have seen the old ones, like the
Go Ninja,
ones-
Go Ninja,
those
go,
ones
go
with-
Ninja. Yeah, of course.
Oh,
They were so
huge,
good.
They were so really,
I remember, and I
good.
watched them again and again and again and again. They were so good. Breakdancing Turtles in real life.
Yeah, like when you watch it now, when you watch these like older movies, it just brings like joy into
It's
you.
a warm little place.
It's like 80s and like early 90s, and you watch these movies and you're like, jeez, like I wish, like you really like, not that you wish that it would be back, but it's just like those movies were really good, and those times for movies, like the movies were like simpler. Now everything is like so complicated that you just either get lost or it's like so overcomplicated that it's just boring.
It's gotten to the stage where I don't know, I had this discussion with someone in work the other day, and it's kind of like movies in this day and age, a lot of times anyway, a lot of the blockbusters, they cut from scene to scene to scene because people's attention span has dropped to below,
Like
I don't know, 4.5
Squad.
seconds.
Suicide Squad.
You know what, I haven't even seen it.
Could have been a really good movie, but it's just so much stuff to push it that I think that they just struggled to put all of it in. And
That
like
was
needed
Warner.
to move from one character to another, and like people are just
See, they're trying to cram too much in there. Like, oh, every one of these characters is a what you call it, one of the fan favorites. So they squeeze them all in instead of extending it. They could have made 5 good movies with this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's the problem. People are because the general public is unfortunately getting dumber by the minute. The media therefore needs to be stupider as well to compensate for that or to balance with that.
But so like, but what I wanted to say also, it's like I watched. I think it was one of the movies. This was definitely like 90s, and it was about Chinese triads, and Mickey Rourke was in it. I'm not 100% sure like how it's called or what it's called, but it was like you watch it and you see Mickey Rourke pre-surgeries and pre-boxing career. This guy, like, he doesn't seem to be like any like he's not. Like, you just look at him and it's like, okay, average guy, you know. Mickey Rourke wasn't that kind of like, you know, the guy who is now with like rough, some very specific. Like you just cannot miss Mickey Rourke anymore. With the surgeries. But that movie was like, you know, it's like so simple. Now suddenly like 2 guys appeared in the restaurant. It was like Chinese triads with Vietnamese mafia. These 2 guys show up with like 2 guns, like 2 automatic guns, and just start to shoot inside of the restaurant. Like they destroy the whole thing like it would be a napalm or like atomic bomb. I'm like, it was so simple and it was so funny that you were like
Yes.
you knew that this is all movie and it's just all made up. Like there's no way that you would destroy like the whole restaurant with like 2 guns. I mean, come on, man.
It's just pure excessive, man. Excessive. And that's the old school way of doing it, though.
But even like on Netflix, I usually watch like the older movies, like Predator. Yes. You know, like you see Predator,
stick around,
and you see Arnie talking to the guy who played the black guy who played Apollo Creed.
Yeah.
And like when they meet in the bar, he's like, "Dylan, you son of a bitch!" And they shake their hands, but they shake their hands in a way that there's a close up on their biceps. And it's like
so
they hold.
unnecessary, but it's just
like, son of a bitch,
and
Dylan.
That's 80s power. I don't know. You had power rock ballads or whatever, and then the music to go along with these movies.
Yeah, exactly.
Just thought of it there.
Like even Rocky.
I mean,
crazy.
Yes.
Was Rocky in 80s or 70s?
Rocky was 80s. 81, 82, is it?
81, yeah.
Something like that. Or I could be making up numbers completely, I don't know.
He's like 70.
Not for sure.
I don't know.
79 maybe? See, now I'm just really making up numbers.
Yeah, maybe we just check. But you watch these movies and it's like they definitely bring like joy.
76, man.
76, the first one.
Oh shit, yeah. Yep. So.
But that's the same thing with like old Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like everybody, who is it? If anybody is a fan of Star Wars, they are a fan of Star Wars because of the old movies, not because of the prequels.
See, I think that's what I missed out on. No one ever showed me them when I was a kid. I just happened to never see them or never come across them. Okay, granted, they would have already been out for 10 years when we would have been kids. I just had the misfortune of never being exposed to them as a kid.
You know, but you watched.
Oh no, I have seen them.
Yeah.
But then maybe a little bit too late, and I never really got in. Even though I'm a huge sci-fi fan, so I'm a huge sci-fi fan. But that would kind of limit itself to mostly.
But then
books.
that's the end of podcast. Bye, guys.
Nerd.
So I can speak to somebody who has never seen Star Wars.
Oh, so speaking of nerd, actually, that rolled nicely into it now. I know we're skipping one, but I think this is actually...
He's a nerd and a hipster.
Oh, I was gonna mention...
Which one?
Lord of the Rings.
Oh, Lord of the Rings. Oh, yeah.
Let's go from one...
So let's stay with the movie. Let's stay with the
movie. And then we go hipster after that.
So when we were leaving...
The last
but you say it's from your point of view.
Alright, okay.
I told you already the story.
Yeah, we were sitting in his car, rolling down the highway, smoking blunts. No, not at all. We were
rolling down the highway. We were going over the bridge.
We were going over the bridge, stuck in traffic. Actually, it took ages. But we were stuck in traffic like gangsters, though. But so we were sitting in the car, and I actually don't remember what the hell we were talking about. Probably movies that kind of were shooting the breeze back and forward about movies or things that annoy us in movies. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, it must have been something.
But you just came out of nowhere, and he turns around and he just said to me, he goes, yeah, we mentioned Lord of the Rings, and he turns around and he goes,
those are just kids in the...
Those are just random, that's a kid in the house, just in case, if you can hear that.
You can hear it.
So yeah, just all of a sudden he turns around to me and he goes, do you know what? Even with Lord of the Rings, like, I have seen those movies, but every time I see Frodo's face, I literally skip everything about Frodo. I can finish all 3 movies in about 45 minutes.
And then move to Hobbit. And then move to Hobbit.
And move to the Hobbit, and I was just like, what? Why do you hate Frodo's face so much? So explain.
Yeah, because
that's something really odd.
So everything is like, because Frodo can be quite dramatic with with the whole like ring and like him fainting off, and then Smeagol is there, and then Sam is just like pure drama queen. Like Sam is like, oh, like they could have saved a lot of money if they would just made either all 3 like like made up characters, and just say, okay, well, just go at the beginning of the first one, just okay, so Frodo, Smeagol, and Sam, they go, and then at the end of the movie they will be like, oh yeah, we are at the volcano, so just drop it there and that's it.
Just gather them all up. That's it.
You save the money. You do only 2 movies. You don't have to do 3. super dynamic, like, because it's dynamic. Like if you skip those those scenes, super dynamic. Especially like the third movie. I watched it this year until the end for the first time in my life.
Yeah.
I almost shot myself. I couldn't, like, I was like, just get to the volcano. Then they fall.
Yeah.
So they go up 2 meters, which is like, what, 6 feet?
Yeah.
6 feet something.
Yeah.
6'3", to be precise. So they go up 6 feet,
Yeah.
then they drop 3. And go up 6, then dropped. And this was literally happening for like 1 hour. Then they got to the thing. Then Smeagol tried to, like, he bit his finger off, right?
Yeah.
But again, like, just skip this. Like, you know this, like, you know that the ring is going to be destroyed. Like, you know it at the beginning, right? Let Legolas and Gimli and all of these guys fight, because that's what people want to see.
Yeah.
That's what they figured out in Hobbit, because it's like, if you notice, there are no sequences in The Hobbit that would be as boring as Frodo's and Sam's fight.
I haven't seen The Hobbit,
You
but
have
is
to.
it much better?
Yeah, I think it's much better. Yeah,
Okay.
like it's not as interesting, because it's like, if you would see. So let's put it this way: if Hobbit would came up before Lord of the Rings, it would have more fans than Lord of the Rings. But because Lord of the Rings was so big, and like it just had like big fan base, it will never be over that.
Yeah.
But Hobbit is like really, really good. Like, if you watch it, like it's those are good movies to watch. You know, like, to spend time.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
No,
something
definitely
else.
watch it. They're really good. Yeah, and then
Yeah, I get that occasionally as well. There's some. I was just, while you were telling that story, I was trying to remember, because there's some people that bother me, like the face bothers me or something like that. I don't like the character. I don't like they're starting to annoy the shit out of me.
Yeah.
So I'm just literally kind of going, you know what? I could just skip you. I could literally
Who?
Have you ever seen It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
What's the dad called again?
Meg,
No, the dad.
Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito. I know he's in there specifically for a scripting purpose, which is to get annoyed at him or at his presence in there.
Yeah.
But I don't know why. I find, like, the whole show is hilarious. The people are hilarious. The stories are ridiculous and hilarious. But the second he opens his mouth, even though it's a far out show and it's meant to be ridiculous, and this guy is even, if possible, even more ridiculous than his kids and the friends. But he annoys me so much that he actually made me not watch the show for a while. His character. Don't ask me why. It didn't appeal to me in any
When
way.
you noted, like, when you mentioned this is like,
Yeah.
And I was trying to figure out, because I stopped watching It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia
Yeah.
after like, I think it was like first. When did he join?
I think the second season
Second
he came in,
season.
because he's producer, he finances this. Okay,
So the first season I watched like straight away.
Yes,
And then the
all of
second
it.
one was kind of like slower and slower.
Yeah.
I'm like, is it the script, or is it like, what is it? What is it that
Yep.
is just slowing me down, like, to
Yep.
watch it, and I don't have the desire to watch it, you know?
Yep.
And I watched it the other day again. I was like, you know, you watch it, but it's like you were really looking for stuff that Charlie says. Like I watched the go on.
No, you're right.
So this was the episode where they were buying the petrol,
Yeah.
and they were driving down the van,
Yeah.
and Charlie cut the brakes, and like
Yeah.
what's the guy's name? Like the son of Danny DeVito. Is it Eric?
No.
Kevin.
No.
Well, whichever. Like, one of them
Yeah.
was driving, and he's like, "Geez, like, the brakes are not working. The brakes are working. What's going on?" And Charlie is in the back, and he's like, "I got the brakes, bitches! Wild card! Yeehaw!" And jumps off the
but that's
and
genius
jumps
shit.
off the van, and they're like, "What?"
Well, it is
Oh,
a
it's
funny
like
show. That's what I'm
really,
saying.
really
It's
funny.
hilarious from beginning to
Yeah.
end. And the thing is, he doesn't even add to the story. You could literally cut him out of the film reels and delete his audio, and for some reason, the show would still be better. Literally.
Yeah.
So I think that's what it is. I don't know. Maybe people find him funny in the show, but I simply don't. He's just a disgusting, tiny little man that doesn't actually add comedy for my opinion.
So you're starting like beef with Danny DeVito on our podcast. In our
Danny,
second podcast.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, but your character
Don't call him
ass.
disgusting. I love you, Danny. put me into the series. We'll do anything.
So yeah, that brings us around to
From weirdos to another weirdo who is starting to be a vegan.
Yeah, so I've decided to go vegan again. I was meant to go today, but I didn't.
Go vegan.
Literally now.
Where did Shane go? He went vegan. He went
That's it,
vegan.
man. He's gone, man. No, I went vegan before, about half a year ago, just for a month, and that was tough.
Why?
And it wasn't out of any altruistic reasons for me to turn around and, save the world or anything like that. I just decided if I can make fun of vegans, then I can be a vegan. You know what I mean? So,
I make a lot of fun of vegans, actually.
So there you go. I was going to take the high ground, so at least now I know the perspective that they're talking to. And I tell you, that shit is tough. It is a lot of work. You have to read every label. You have to ask. I got to be that guy in the supermarket. I got to be that guy that I usually laugh at when I worked in the hotel industry. Yeah. And I was in the shop, and I was asking about the product. No, what did I say? Oh yeah, I was looking for meat-like products, but they aren't. So I was like, because I went in and it's just some young girl working in Dunstore's supermarket.
Meat products.
Meat substitute products.
Oh, okay,
yeah. So I went in, I didn't know what to call it. It was only my second or third day being vegan, and I was very motivated. So I just went in and I was like, yo, where's your fake meat?
Where's your fake meat?
So I was like, what? And then I had to say it. Do you have vegan substitute meat or whatever? And she was like, I don't know. Go away from me. I just ate
you
know what? I had to hang my head in shame. Okay, so I asked in the frozen section, because usually it's where it would be at.
Yeah.
Then I asked in another section. He didn't know. But then I asked another dude who brought me, and this is terrible, to the butcher's in the supermarket around the corner. And goes, have you got the meat substitute products? Oh my God, I felt so ashamed. I had a butcher in their vaguely bloody apron come out and direct me to the section, which didn't contain the substitute meat that I needed in the end. So now...
Oh, but you were in the butcher's?
I had to go to the... Oh, no, not the butcher shop, but the butcher section in the supermarket.
Okay.
So, like I said, then I had to tell five people, and I had to ask 5 people about vegan products. Like I said, I was that guy, but to 5 staff members at the same time.
Did you wear glasses and a scarf?
No, and neither did I wear jeans that didn't fit me.
Okay.
So,
just checking.
Just checking, but I was slowly morphing though. I started to wear my glasses a bit more, which is a bit unusual.
Yeah.
So, but it was
sending emails, like typing emails on the typewriter.
Yeah, but with a digital display on my typewriter, you know what I mean?
Like
Eating food only off marble plates. You know what I mean? Whatever happened to fucking plates, by the way? What is this dumbass shit and serving fries and whatever? Like, just order a plate. Serve me a plate.
But who serves them? Not in plate.
Yeah, but you go to these kind of hipster new style restaurants or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, give me a plate. I don't need it on a toilet seat or whatever else they come up with.
They put it in like...
Weird things.
They put it into like the tray that you would... Like the small kind of like tray that you would put into the
fryer basket.
Fryer?
It's called.
Yeah, but it's like for fries.
Yeah.
I think... I don't know.
It looks kind of cute, but in the end, it's kind of like, I wish to consume this food. I don't want to marvel at how kooky it is. I just want to eat it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Preferably with meat. So I'm going to go vegan again because I will tell you, it was difficult. Like I said, you have to read every product. You have to make sure you can't even eat honey because it's an animal product.
You can't eat honey?
No.
Jesus Christ.
Anything an animal ever looked at, you can't eat, basically.
What do you eat?
It was lots of...
that was a hipster friend. You don't know what we hipsters eat?
I shop only organic. No, it was lots of nuts and berries, cereals. I did have a protein shake because it was new to me. I didn't quite know what I was for balancing out my protein because I don't know. I kind of thought you had to eat 4.5 kilos of chickpeas or something like that to get your protein. So I did have a vegan protein shake every day as well, just because I was unsure what my health levels were. So it was tough that way, but I lost a good bit of weight in a very, very healthy way.
There's one recipe for this. Just don't eat.
Just give up eating.
Just give up
meat,
eating, and then
give up
you
meat.
can still eat, but eat less, and then you.
See, that's the secret to it. That's actually the secret to it. But yeah, and it was like, and I felt much better. I really, really, actually, I must say, and I'll give this to the vegans. I don't know, a general feeling of well-being. Simple as that.
But could it be that because you didn't eat any gluten products also?
It was a detox. It was quite simply a detox of sorts.
Yeah.
I stopped eating shit. That's the solution.
Yeah.
I was eating healthy food. I wasn't eating shit. That's as simple as you can get it. And it had really profound effects, which then kind of opened my eyes to like, well, we do actually eat a lot of shit, if allowed to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or if you don't.
But
just go
for example, like I heard that if you are vegan, you have to take like B12, like vitamin B12. It's like that's only like you can only get that from meat. You can only get that from meat.
Oh, really?
You cannot get it from anything else. Like
I don't know.
I think you might be able to, but you would have to eat
In a
like
minimal
lot
dose.
of other things.
Yeah.
But you would like you really need like if you are off meat completely,
No.
you need B12.
It was, but then again, as an alternative, I was thinking instead of going vegan, maybe go vegetarian instead. No, but I don't like that either.
I think.
But then again, you can eat milk and
So what I
yeah.
yeah.
So
So
then
what
you can
I
eat milk and protein.
so I changed my diet a bit because like I'm not eating. So I eat bread from like rarely, but I stopped eating bread and I stopped eating again. Rarely eat side. So like let's say you have. I don't eat rice. I don't eat pasta. I don't eat potatoes.
So you cut
also.
carbs.
So I cut carbs.
Yeah.
But I replace them with like vegetables, like really vegetables, like
okay,
trying
to
to
give it a
eat.
full feeling.
Yeah, just to keep it. I don't eat salads. I hate salads. Like if somebody brings me, oh yeah, there's like really good steak and like salad and lettuce and all of this. I'm like, oh, like literally pulling my hair.
Yeah.
It needs to be like proper vegetables. I don't have a problem with.
Broccoli,
I don't have a problem with broccoli
carrots,
and carrots. I really like it. So I can eat it.
What's your thoughts on Brussels sprouts?
I love Brussels sprouts.
My man.
Boom.
That's what I'm talking about.
Like put a bit of olive oil, put a bit of
My man.
that badass garlic,
Yes.
Brussels sprouts on it, and then top it with like bacon.
Yes. I should have married you, man.
Yeah.
That sounds.
No, this is
that sounds amazing.
like no,
See me,
definitely.
I'm watering.
We should
That's
do
a
like
good one.
we should do like recipes also for like podcasts. It's like, oh yeah, so here we're going fucking Brussels sprouts.
Mini cooking show. 5 minutes cooking show.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, definitely. I mean, like,
Actually, 500 recipes of
but
Brussels sprouts.
this is all from like dad. Like my dad is like
how-
amazing cook.
And how do you feel actually cutting out carbs in general? Actually,
So-
how difficult is it to cut out the carbs? As in, like, because I can't imagine not having a sandwich with my soup. Not that I would eat many sandwiches, but if I have my soup, I dip a bit of bread into
I
it.
used to all the time. Like when we started in high school, I started to go to lunches in the canteen. The first thing Mama said to me, when you eat your, because I was like, well, the portions are not really big. And she's like, when you eat your soup, have a bread.
Yeah.
And make yourself full. Like,
Well, there you go.
okay,
Yeah.
so like, but you start to like gain a lot of weight from bread.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just I'm trying to. I started to eat like breakfast. Like I every day, and this might sound like really strange, but I eat scrambled eggs every day. Like I have 4 or 5 scrambled eggs in the morning. That keeps you kind of like full up until lunch. Because what is the usual problem? You come to lunch. You come to the lunchtime. Let's say you would already eat at 12, but you usually eat at 1.
Yeah.
That 1 hour, I'll be the most crankiest.
So
like I'll be
yeah.
just like the most crankiest. I don't want to do anything. I cannot concentrate anything on anything. So I said, okay, I'm going to start to wake up earlier. I'm going to eat the breakfast. You start. You're full. You're full of energy. And then lunch is usually like something easy, but like usually meat and vegetables. But it's usually like I cut off the bread and everything like within 1 day. So I didn't go like, oh yeah, now I will
Only in the morning or only whatever.
I've tried it and it didn't work because you always have the feeling that it's like, oh yeah, I will just have it
a little bit
now.
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
just have it now. like I eat bread from time to time, but not on a regular basis. And then I think I started to eat a lot of some vegetables, and then like sweet potatoes and avocado. Like avocado, I started to eat more because like it just adds just have a different flavor to it and more spicier food. So yeah, so at the moment I can feel it on myself, but yeah, like the moment you start to eat shite, it's just like downhill.
But actually, now that you mention it, okay, maybe I'll try a different tack. Instead of going vegan, I'll cut gluten. Well, not gluten, but carbs.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, do you know what? Next time we record, by the next podcast or the one after that, I'll report in. Yeah,
no, definitely.
And we'll check then how we're doing with that.
But also, like, try to eat more. Like, so for example, like try to do like breakfast if you have time. You know, that was my problem. I didn't have time for breakfast.
See, the thing is, you think you don't have time, but scrambled eggs only take 6 minutes.
Yeah.
And then 3 minutes to
that's
eat.
the thing.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You overestimate how much, you underestimate how much time you actually have in the morning. You just get up 6 minutes earlier, get over it, that kind of thing.
You do it very quickly and then boom,
done.
boom, boom.
And just literally eat. You know what I had when I was vegan every morning? Peanut butter, of course, with zero anything animal ever.
Yeah.
So it was like pure peanut butter with banana slices.
Yeah, that's actually very good.
And boom, you got your potassium, you got your whatever else you have, your proteins. I mean, you thought I was going to start listening.
You have your potassium, you have your cashew nuts, you have your like almonds, bananas, and
the glycoprotein,
and like all of the vegan stuff that you need from like
stuff and whatever. So yeah, that was good. You get your protein and everything, and that was a great Kickstarter breakfast because you had, like I said, you had a big good dose. Then you had the good fats and the LDL fats. Whatever, I'm just making shit up now. But the LDL fats and peanuts and everything. See, and just that small sandwich.
Yeah.
In the morning.
Yeah.
Help me bring it across.
I think even if you you don't have to cut like everything, but I think the main point is to cut off bread. If you keep pasta and like sides and all this, like I've lost when I was in Slovakia, I lost weight even by cutting off bread. Just bread.
The thing is, it's unnecessary carbs. Your body needs carbs in some shape or form, but not the amount that we eat. That's the problem.
Exactly,
it's just the same as anything. It's the amount that we eat.
I have pizza from time to time also, but
it's not going to kill you. It never has.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean? So,
like, I think like because what people do, people fail because like they torture themselves.
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, I'm going to cut off everything. Like I'm not going to eat and da 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 da. Then Christmas party comes. Everybody like starts to eat, starts to drink. Like drinks, really really bad for like diet. Like people might forget it, but like you get drunk. You are on your way home. You see that Supermax. You see that Indian takeaway. You jump in. You have like 4 course meal right away there. Like you don't give a fuck. You just start to eat and eat and eat. And then you wake up in the morning feeling like shit. You don't want to cook anything, and you're like, fuck it.
More.
Just want to.
Or leftovers. Yeah.
Plus, another thing. A lot of people think that like eating healthy is expensive. Go to Super Value. You know, that's the thing. Like a lot of people are like, oh yeah, but I can buy stuff like for cheaper. Like you go and buy a burger for really cheap.
Yeah.
Go to fucking Super Value. Buy that broccoli for €1. Go to Lidl. Buy those. You know, like everything is like at the moment like vegetables and food is so cheap.
Yeah.
And you can really feel yourself with that.
But you just need to get a little bit creative. That's it.
Yeah.
You just need to add a little bit of stuff to it, and you're fine.
And you can cook it like super quickly. Like you don't have to cook vegetables. Like broccoli will be done within like 10 minutes.
Man, we steam everything here. Put it in, bing.
Oh yeah, I was like, where do you steam it? I was looking at the camera like
you steam in your games room. That's kind of
why
fucked
are
up.
you steaming broccoli on camera? I was like, maybe I was just tired.
Yeah, burnout, man. It's them carbs, man. I know your brain's not working.
Yeah, because like today we were supposed to report, not record.
Yeah, he wrote to me and I was like, hey man, let me know about recording today if it's too late or whatever. And he goes, no, I'll call over and we'll report. I was like, okay, if you want to do some reports, we can do that. That's no problem. You can report all day.
Oh, crazy.
Where are we at, man?
So what is our next one?
Okay, just in case we 44.
44 minutes. Really.
Wow.
It's just kicking it.
Okay. I literally can't read your writing.
Let me just read it. Let me just read it out.
See, the better we get, the more professional we'll have it. Clipboards.
So,
we'll have,
going vegan. Worst boyfriend videos.
yes. Yes.
So, yeah, 5 minutes before the podcast, I was like, so maybe we should talk about worst boyfriend videos. And like, if you guys didn't notice, I don't think that today we are really dark and like going into like dissing everybody and like going like really at people. Like we already dissed Danny DeVito. We already dissed Trump. Who Michael Bay is owing money to Shane.
Yeah,
now I'm going after those. Now I'm going after those fuckers that I take, like making the videos of them abusing their fucking girlfriends, and like all of the guys that are fucking going and like throw stuff at their girls and like doing all of this bullshit. Stop that bullshit, motherfuckers. Okay, stop that stuff because like. It's a domestic abuse, and you're putting it on fucking YouTube. Like maybe what we should do, maybe we should like send the fucking police on you. Oh.
But some of them are pretty bad, man. Some of them are pretty bad.
Yeah.
I mean, like putting oil on the hallway.
Yeah, and like the girl falls.
And it's like, wow, what if that went wrong?
Yeah.
What if she landed on her head? That kind of thing.
And I wonder like how many times it actually happens. Because like all you see are those pranks that went well and that are fun.
Yeah.
How many times does it happen that I don't know, maybe somebody breaks their leg or arm or I don't know. You know? It's just like super like I'm like I saw a couple of them and this was just after the last podcast and it just makes makes you so angry. Like how can the girl be so stupid that she keeps being with this guy? B, like that guy's a dickhead. Like that guy is to me like everybody who does this is just a pure dickhead to me. They don't deserve like basically anything. I didn't want to go very brutal and radical on them, but like they don't deserve. I don't think they deserved a normal girlfriend, but well, yeah, it's they're normal. It's also a question, but yeah, it's just don't get it. Like, just if you want to be funny, just make something funny. If you cannot be funny, then don't record anything. Yeah, this is like domestic abuse to me. I don't know. Yeah, I think probably we might be able to cut this out. Shane is like, I'm so going to edit this. He said so many swear words.
No, that'd be fine. But for coherence, okay, where do we mark her as? Well, whatever, we find it.
Are you going to really cut it off? Okay.
I don't know. It's up to you.
No. We keeping this.
All right. No, he had a message to bring across. That's the whole point.
Yeah. Lalik for president, 2020. Yeah, well, it might not be like in Slovakia. Slovak. My fellow Slovaks, I will be back in 2020. I'm gonna lead you to the new era. We don't speak like that. It's actually Russian.
Yeah,
the new era. But at that point, we might be Russian.
Yeah.
No, things don't seem to be
there's
going very well.
There's a lot of military being built up along borders.
Yeah, I think like
Lithuania is.
Yeah, Vladimir is kind of like doing strange moves lately, and it's like pretty quiet. So
Vladimir is flexing military muscle.
Yeah. I have to start to learn Azbuka again. Azbuka.
What is that?
The Russian Azbuka. The letters, Russian letters. How do you say it? How do you speak?
Cyrillic, isn't it?
Cyrillic. Yeah. That's Slovakian. That's old. So, bit of history. So Cyrillic is. Yeah. So we didn't have our own language before. Then two guys from from Byzantium or Byzantine guys came over, and they from the non-Turkish side. No, I'm just joking. So these guys came up. Yeah. I'm not sure where they were from, like whether they were Turkish or not. Anyway, it wasn't Turkey at that point. They came over and they set up a Hlaholika. So there was the first Hlaholics. So there was the first kind of like language and the letters. After that, one of them was called Cyril, and that's why it's called Cyrillics. So Cyrillica.
Okay. Yeah.
Russians, they have Azbuka as far as I know. So,
Oh,
but
okay.
I think it's very very similar, and it might be like I think Cyrillics is actually like the base for their Azbuka.
Could be. Oh, okay.
Could be, yeah.
See, you learn something new every day, kids.
Yeah, just call me. Oh yeah, and plus we have 1st of November, so this was 1st of November, and like this time, couple of decades ago, there was like we formed Czechoslovakia.
Really?
Czechoslovakia, yeah. Like that was the first time that we formed it in. I think this was. I'm not sure if it was before Second World War or afterwards, but because we formed Czechoslovak nation.
Yeah.
Google it, just to be 100% sure. Please.
What do you want to know?
So you know how because
Czechoslovakia.
so let's say Czechs were 10 million and Slovaks were 5, but we were too small to form our own countries. So what we did was we connected and created kind of like a fake Czechoslovakian nation, and that's why.
1918.
So 1918.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we were able to create our own country.
Yeah.
And then during World War II, we split again.
Mm-hmm.
So like Czech part and Moravia was kind of like part of German. Like they like I think two out of three counties were basically connected to Germany, and Slovakia was on its own, but we were still kind of like with.
They were part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, weren't they, or something like that?
Not during World War II. This was during.
World War II. Sorry.
After
okay.
World War One,
Yeah.
because like the empire
That's
broke,
Yeah.
and that's why you had like all of the like smaller like Balkan countries,
states,
countries and nations. So they kind of like they formed their own countries, or like
okay.
Yugoslavia afterwards. But the reason why there was Czechoslovakia in the first place was because we needed to create a nation,
Yeah.
and we were too small
Really?
separately. So we connected. That's how we made up Czechoslovakia, babe. So so this is a piece of history. You know? It's like ask me anything, and then you'll get an answer.
So for all your Slovakian historical needs,
As a professor,
call Professor Dilal.
Bilal.
He knows. Cool.
Cool.
Jeez, we're at 52 minutes already.
So now let's move to the main topic. So like after like an hour, we are like, okay, so let's talk about our main topic finally.
So
top 5 hip hop
artists.
/ bands.
Name yours.
Name yours.
See.
Did you know?
See, I can't
So like
even think of
obviously,
5.
so first, 5.
Okay. Artists or bands. Nas, Cannabis, Wu-Tang Clan.
Cannabis.
Can I bus? Can I bus? Dude, we ain't smoking now. What did I just say? Nas, Cannabis, Wu-Tang Clan, B.I.G. Gotta have B.I.G. in there.
Those 4.
I don't know who my 5th one would be.
Snoop.
We had this discussion before. Snoop in his olden days. Snoop when? Snoop was Snoop
Like
double G.
doggy style.
Yes. And the Dogfather.
Like yeah.
Yeah.
I would be like doggy style. Be like.
But anything else, I don't know.
And why? So like each and why?
Wu-Tang Clan, because I grew up with them. I came into contact with the music in Berlin, and I was a massive fan. Old school, gritty, East Coast, Harlem Street, hip hop.
Yeah.
Shaolin 36 Chambers. Wow. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Cannabis, because He's one of the most insane lyricists ever, apart from when he was taken down by in a freestyle battle and he took out the part. That was one of the most shameful moments in hip hop ever. But just because he is a lyrical machine, absolute lyrical machine, what he puts together, and that includes physics, astrophysics, theology, whatever it may be, amazing. Snoop, it's Snoop in his olden days. He's got style, he's got flow. That's undiscussable, undisputable actually, that he was a great back then. And who else?
Nas.
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 I mean Nas. Illmatic. No, I don't know. Nas. No, definitely he's still.
But is it because only because of Illmatic or?
Well, what was the second album after Illmatic?
Stillmatic, no?
Stillmatic, yeah. No, I like.
Or God's Son.
God's Son.
God's Son was later. I know, you Google. I know, I have phone, but you Google.
No. Because he blew me away with Illmatic. And because I hadn't listened to Nas in a good while, but I watched his documentary on Netflix again.
Oh, yeah.
Recently. Well, when I say recently, a couple of months ago or whatever. And I hadn't had Nas on any of my playlists or anything.
Yeah.
But when they went through the lyrics again that I was listening to years ago, and it's just like, without even giving it too much thought, just kind of going, oh man, that's ill written lyrics. Illmatic. But when you hear it again, and then when you hear it explained by the people, for the people, like his producers or whatever, the studio people, and then they discuss everything, what basically a lot of lines meant, then it brings it all back and you go, yeah, there's a reason why I like that album. That's amazing. That's actually genius writing.
Yeah.
You know? And what he put into the writing as well. So...
Yeah, so for... do you know who I listened to this weekend? Ice Cube. Like, I just...
Oh, yeah.
Like
the old, really
like
old Ice Cube.
Like you pull playlist on YouTube for Ice Cube, and you see, let's say, 10, 15 hit after hit after hit. It's just like really, really... Like, even if you don't know that it was his song, you definitely know the beat.
Yes.
You start you listen to it, and it's like Ice Cube, like Friday soundtrack, and the song Friday.
Yeah.
I completely forgot it's from him, and I listened to it, and it's like boom, 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 and you are listening to it, it's like, like I was like listening in the room, I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is Ice Cube. It's just crazy.
Mind blown.
You start to think about it, it's like, wow, like he is, because I think, Ice Cube was the man who, like, because like in NWA you had obviously Dre on the beats, then Eazy-E was the sound, but it was just because of his voice, voice, as we say, right? But like most of the lyrics were written by Ice Cube.
Really?
So like the majority, as far as I know, like majority of the parts that Eazy-E rapped was written by Ice Cube. So he was like, when he split from them, like the No Vaseline diss track that he did on it, it's crazy. Like it's just pure like really, really good rap. But yeah, like I just need to start to listen to him. And the same thing with like West Side Connection. You listen to a couple of them songs and it's like you just
West Side Connect gang.
Because like you really can hear you can really hear like the LA like West Side part when you listen to them, and it's like it just had like it just has like different vibe to the whole thing. Like people in East Coast or even like Atlanta and all of these guys, they just cannot make the same sound. Like producers are not going to make the same sound.
They can't.
I think so. Like if you Snoop has the new album out, the Kool-Aid, and Just Blaze.
Yeah.
And I think Just Blaze was producing for Jay-Z and like others.
Yeah.
Like he did like couple of songs or produced like majority of the album. And he is the only one who kind of like can get the West Side like sound,
the West Coast,
like to like West Coast sound to really like hear it, that you will be like, oh yeah. You will hear it and you will be like, oh yeah, this is somebody. Like even if you don't hear the rap, you will say, okay, well this is like really West Side or West Coast.
See, but they had a bounce though. They had a very particular nod your head to this kind of bounce.
He was like, and if you think about like G-Funk was,
oh man,
like that's, if you think about G-Funk and any sound or any like song, and this is like Death Row. This is Death Row 100. You listen to that, you listen to any song, and all what you think about is a sunny afternoon.
Yes,
It's a sunny afternoon. You just, even if it's like sounding like, oh yeah, I'm gonna kill you or something. Like it can be like really, really bad, like negative song. It will be really just like you will have positive vibes right after you listen to it.
It was actually, whereas the East Coast was always very heavy, nitty gritty rap. It was so rap focused, lyric focused, and then if you listen to some of the Wu-Tang beats, there's not much of a beat apart from sword going back and forth,
keeps going,
and it's just like it's discordant. It's not even rolled up.
Not heavy
fully.
On hooks, also.
Not at all. It's just all rough. Older stuff I'm talking about. But then, like you said, then you got today was a good day. Didn't even need my ache. Yeah. It's just you're like, there he is, and he's 64, just cruising along, and it's like yes. Or just a feeling of, and it can be anything. It can be a shootout.
Yeah.
Or they could be literally talking about smoking blunts in the corner, chilling out.
Yeah.
But you still
feel but it's like still the same
that
sound.
Vibe. Yeah.
And like, I think some of the Biggie songs have the same kind of like sound that you would say. I'm not sure if it's like just the fact that it was going out at the same time. But
some of them,
because like all of them are based on R&B samples.
Yeah.
So if you listen to them and you are like, "Jeez,
that's a cut from."
It's like really, because the R&B sound can be coming from LA, so it will be always kind of like West Coast-ish sound, you know.
Well, like, some of the songs are a little bit more rhythmical.
And that's why I keep talking about beats, because for us, but like when we were growing up, and we were fans of hip hop, and we didn't, like at that point, we didn't understand a word from English, American hip hop, because like for us, for me, like I wasn't really good in English. I'm still not good at it, as you can hear.
You're better than most.
I started to focus on lyrics and listening to lyrics in American songs after I came to Ireland. Before that, I kind of like knew what they were talking about, but it wasn't like you weren't like looking at like
you weren't
listening
pointing
to the lyrics and you're like,
or anything like that.
Oh he got in there, and there was about that guy.
Yeah.
Or did you know that he dissed somebody?
Yeah.
So like we were like in Czechoslovakia or like even Eastern Europe, you were really focused on songs that sounded good. So like the beat part was the most important for you. If the beat was shit, the thing wasn't even a hit. It wasn't even considered a hit.
Yeah.
In our part. So like, for example, for me, top 5 would be again like really around. Okay, you have really really good beats, and not about I'm not focused that much on lyrics, but like for me, it would be. But again, Snoop, obviously Doggy Style. Who else? Biggie.
Yeah.
So Biggie. I'm not, like, I listen to Pac, but I'm not a huge fan of Pac.
He's a good lyricist, but I find him a little bit intense at times.
Yeah, I think like when I saw the concert on YouTube from House of Blues, and I think this was actually with Snoop. But I don't know. It's just like the concert wasn't. They were just they were running around. He was running around. He was kind of like out of his breath.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't like I thought it. Like now you see the shows like hip hop shows, and you're like, okay, well this is everything is going well.
Yeah.
They even have they rap, but they also have like the. Like the background song going in the background, so all they need to do is just, even if they are out of breath, then they can still rap into it.
Yeah.
It wasn't happening here. And like the whole sound, whole sound was so I'm like, Jesus Christ, you guys have put in more
Production
like
value.
more
or
production value, or like prepare yourself for this. But like, it was like one of the worst concerts that I've seen. I'm like,
Really?
this is it. And because he was so lyrical, he couldn't keep up.
I got lost.
Like, it's like so much stuff that you need to put into, and like, if you are out of breath, you are gone.
Forget it.
Gone.
Yeah.
So then, who else? So like from new guys, obviously Kendrick Lamar, really, really good. Wu-Tang, I was a huge fan of Wu-Tang. I was like listening to Wu-Tang all the time. So obviously I have all of the albums from Raekwon. I listened to GZA's album, like one of
the one Breaker 19. You remember that song? What was it called again? I can't remember what it was called, but it had the G symbol in clouds. I think it was.
Could be.
Yeah.
I think this was like something with swords.
Liquid Swords.
Yeah. That was a good album. Cypress Hill.
I forgot about Cypress. Yeah.
Yeah, this is see,
they're all just lingering in the back. It's just I haven't listened to
and
them in years.
This is one of the things that when people think about hip hop, they name a couple of people from West Coast, but they usually focus on East Coast.
Yeah,
and then you are like,
back around.
And then you are like, shit, like you had like all, because Cypress, it was like, they were so influential in the 90s,
and they were amazing. I even listened to their songs when they did them in Spanish.
Oh, me too.
Because they sound even better.
Even better.
Yeah, no. And they're like, yes, what are you saying?
Yeah, and it's like, and you start to imitate them, and so you're going in, and you're like, oh, fuck it, I don't speak English, so I'm going to speak Spanish now. Bum, 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 bum. But it's...
But it was Be Real,
really
man. Yeah,
good.
that was just amazing. Yeah. Who wants a piece of that pop? Often that.
And like,
yeah.
his voice.
Yes.
Like, so good.
Individual as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he said, like, that when he was rapping with his normal voice, he was like, nobody was listening to it. And he said, I literally had to change my voice to this voice that I rap in, because it's more, like, people remember it.
Yeah.
More, Yeah, and then, who else? I think like 50 Cent was... I think 50 was, like, very... Really, really... He knows how to build a song and how to build the hooks. 50.
Yeah.
Like,
But he himself
huge.
is not a bad rapper, actually.
No.
That's the thing.
When you listen to, like, mixtapes and all
you
this,
associate
like,
him with all of his bullshit, but he's actually quite a good... He's actually quite a good rapper, yeah. So...
I mean, he was... So, like, Jam Master Jay, he was his mentor.
I thought Eminem took 50 on his ring.
So, I think it was after Jam Master Jay was murdered.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he was murdered in the studios when 50... Like, when he was mentoring 50.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm not sure whether it was after 50 was shot at, or before, but Jam Master Jay was his mentor. I
didn't know that.
And he actually taught him how to build songs. So like that you need to start from. I think like this is what I heard from documentaries, that they start from hooks.
Sources.
So they start from hooks.
Yeah.
And then once you have hooks, then you can write your verses, because you concentrate on hooks, because So what is more important for you? So what is more important for me as a non-English speaker? If I understand the hook, I don't need to know what is written in the verse. But if I understand the hook, or like it has melody, then it will be attractive to me as a listener.
Yeah.
So
and everything else after that is.
Yeah, and then you just build the verse.
Yeah. Well, you can pretty much say anything really in your verses.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, as long as your hook is really good and the beat's fat.
If you sell all of your CDs in like Eastern Europe, then you can.
And then you go, exactly.
Everybody will be like, man, he's killing it. It's like broccoli, rice, and shit. You can like rap about stuff like this.
Exactly.
Doesn't make sense. Wait, what do you think about those new kids that are doing like all of the trap music.
Do you know what I saw? I don't know what it was. It was a quick clip of Snoop, and he wasn't in an interview, or he wasn't sitting there somewhere, or whatever, blazing up, and then he just turns around and he goes, yeah, those kids were in the studio with me, and then one of them started going, and I was like, I stopped that shit. And I was like, yes.
Yeah, because they wanted him to rap in that way. So he was like, no. Like, I'm not doing it.
But it really is. But it's so much like that. But that's a new thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me. It actually doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound very nice.
It's a mumble.
It's a mumble. It doesn't flow. I have no idea what they're actually saying, even though I would like to.
You don't understand because like they're mumbling all the time.
For all I know, those could be the most amazing lyrics on the planet. But I don't know, because it's actually like, and then gonna flat, and then when they're gonna get, and they're like, what?
Yeah.
I literally didn't even get that far.
Yeah. And it's like all of the like,
that's all. That's where it's at.
I think there is like Lil Uzi Vert is one of the guys. He has like kind of like locks, like red locks. Like he looks kind of like strange. And I think he has like. No, this is Lil Yachty. Lil Yachty. You have to Google it. You have to Google them all. And like one of them has a song called Broccoli. They literally like they have a song called Broccoli.
Yeah.
And they rap about broccoli, just because it sounds good. Like they find the beat. They found a couple of like the sentence that kind of like sounds good with the beat, and they just keep going. Like these guys have like millions of views. It's just crazy.
You know how?
And you don't even understand what they're saying. Like if you understand, those lyrics makes no sense. They make no sense. And they just like really like getting, like if guys like us like who understand like or listen to hip hop before, you just don't want to listen to it at all. No. You know,
it's work. Well, then again, I would do it if I could make millions. If I could mumble that fast, then I would do it.
I would do the same.
I'm sorry,
thing.
I would
be
do
like,
it. But it's just my only inhibitor is not my
maybe
pride.
we should do like mumble battle rap.
Oh man, maybe we should.
Rap battle.
All right, we get a background beat at some stage or whatever, and then we do
what? Broccoli and rice, yeah. Broccoli and
Cut
rice.
them carbs, yeah.
Yeah, broccoli.
Well, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Mumble battle.
We finally have mics so we
battle.
can go crazy.
Yeah, once we get a couple of more cables for the mixer, seriously, we can actually
for the mixer, yeah.
we'll get some mumble battle going.
We should also get like turntables. And like start to DJ and all of that, and be like,
and then
be like, but you wanted to have like a podcast, and it would be like a full studio.
We're running it.
Just go in, it was record in my kitchen.
We're steaming veg.
Yeah, steaming veg. The camera.
Literally. Right, cool. So we did it again. So another episode done. So now that we laid out a couple of themes for us to talk about, now we're going to go back to you guys and ask you, give us something to talk about or think about.
Start to comment already. Like I haven't seen the comments.
Come on. And
otherwise I will find you and I'll start to text you at 4 a.m. Or he will start to text you at 4
Give me beer and I will text every one of you. Lay out the comments. Cool. You now know, at some stage this video will be released and you now know it's us, for sure. So, like, comment, spread,
we dress up fresh. 3 elephants died making this custom-made sweater.
He still smells like the souls of the elephants.
Alright guys.
Alright guys, thank you very much.
Bye.
You managed to listen to the Rum Boys talk on Random Urban Memories. Just like and subscribe where you can on all platforms.